Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Darkest Dungeon. Tomo has tetanus. The accuracy is pretty bad. If we get you the next level... Not of that, sorry, that's my bad. If I get you the next level of weaponry, does it give you any accuracy bonus? No, it just gives you crit, damage, and speed. I'm just trying to think about where we tailor our run. Oh, we do have level 3 bosses here. Kill the wizened hag. Snapped bones and tanned human hides are the spore of a vile cannibalistic hag, for all that is good destroy her. Well, we need me and Bear to be ready for that one. So that's like 2 weeks away with that team. Unless we wanted to roll like Quill, Nick, Josh. No, this is not functional. So I think we're kind of stuck doing a level 1 mission, which is not a bad thing. There's a rare trinket. The sun rings are actually pretty good if you always keep your torch high. So this might be a good one to go on, even though I go to the wield far too much. The other option we had, we could maybe roll Grave Robber only. That actually seems like a pretty good trinket. Plus 12 dodge. We could roll like a pseudo B team here. Oh, yeah, you just can't get anti-stress here, I understand. Like, we'd roll Quill, Nick, Dan, Arumba, maybe? Let's look at this for a sec. Quill, Dan, that's not Dan. Dan, Nick, Arumba? Like this. Can Dan operate from this final spot? Yeah, he can do all his attacks from the back. We have no healer, which seems really dangerous on these missions. So maybe actually come back for a second. On these level 3 missions, I'm not really comfortable rolling, like, literally no healer. So let's get a Battlefield Bandage, level it up twice, and for Dan, on this mission, we'll equip that maybe instead of Suppressing Fire, which I never use anyway. And then we'll spec him as a healer, and he can be like a damage-dealing healer for us. So I think this could be functional. Let's look at this for a sec. So Leper, I do like to give you that, and that. They like completely counteract each other. All right, Crusader, we just got a Crusader ability for doing this one, right? Wait, let's unequip all trinkets. Yeah, we did. It was the same one. I can't give you that because you're not going to be in position 1, but is there any reason I shouldn't put you in position 1 and give you that? And there's no reason I think that makes any sense there, so sure. If in position 1... Wait a second. Did I take your... Where did your... I just applied this to you. Where did it go? Okay, there we go. Alright, so you're sorted. Then we go back to Arumba. Plus 3 crit if in position 1. So we can, like, really lower your blight resist to... Oh, you can't have 2 of the same. We can really make you look a lot better in position 1, but you'll have horrible speed. Just god-awful speed. Now, for Dan, for once, you're going to be running full heal build, almost like the old Vessel. Plus 30% heal skills. And then whatever else gives you more heal skills. Yeah, plus 33% heal skills, even though we don't get to use the Wrathful Bandana. And then for Nick... This one gives you plus 10 accuracy on melee skills, but also plus 30% on bleed and plus 20% damage on melee skills. Can't stack up 2 of the same. 40% disease resist. Do we have anything that gives us ranged accuracy? Ah, we should probably just do plus 25% virtue chance. Okay. It's a medium mission, veteran. We know shovels are going to be important, and we'll take the requisite amount of food. And 2 stacks of torches. And we should take a key because that kind of cost us on the last one. Alright, let's do it. Hopefully this doesn't backfire too hard. I mean, this is kind of like a shoddy version of the A team with the Arbalist as a healer. Explore 90% of runes. We'll try to check this one out. Okay, easy combat to start with. Let's see what these guys look like on level 3. Nick starts... They're pretty unlikely to be blighted or bled, so we probably just go for maximum damage. That'll do it. 1 enemy dead. Little stress relief. Could Hugh possibly kill 2? It could. It could also kill 0, which is exactly what happened. But we have Zealous Accusation anyway. So I think we take a sniper shot at this one. Didn't quite get the kill, so there is going to be unattack on this turn, unfortunately.
Press this advantage.
Basically, Quill's attack ended up being completely wasted, which sucks, but that's life. Little stress damage, and a little damage, and Nick gets stunned. But he resisted the disease, which is the most important thing there. And we'll just go for the chop, 71%, and it takes him out. Sweet. Easy. Very easy combat to start with here. That is some occult scrawling. So do we have holy water? We do. Occult scrawlings. You want to light it on fire? No, that didn't do anything. Holy water? The holy water hisses and the hero feels wrong. Minus 20% dodge until camping. But imagine what it could have done.
The light, the promise of safety.
That low dodge is annoying. Surprised? Not surprised. Okay. So we probably, if we're going to go for the big guy, then we want to hit him with bleed skills to get around his protect. Oh, he doesn't actually have any protection. So what's our damage? 7 to 11? 7 even backdoor little Joe. Maybe we go with the Plague Grenade instead, which does 5 points of blight damage. Then we can hit with a sniper shot. I don't know. I think maybe we just try to knock out the dude at the front, but the bleed is so low. Yeah, okay. Let's focus on the dude at the front. Because we weren't going to stop him from doing an attack anyway. Oh, nice resist on the debuff. So we're just going to, like, kick the shit out of him. And hopefully we can kill him in 1 turn, but it might take 2. I just forgot we can't sniper shoot him, so I guess we'll throw out a blind fire and hope for the best, and it did work. We're going to need to crit to kill him, though. Slice and Dice does inflict bleed. No, it does not. I am mistaken, as usual. He's only got 16 HP, so I think we can take him here. Those all inflict bleed, my god. Yeah, take him out. You only actually need to do 14. Ah! That's alright. We have attacks that hit multiple units. We should at least use the bandage on our healer. I don't think... What's his speed? 2? I think we should throw out a heal. Maybe on our Crusader here. Heal him for 7, which is awesome. Buffs him in the future. And yeah, Nick gets a chance to finish the job here. Nice. Hopefully some stress relief. Nope, that's fine. Quill doesn't get to do anything, unfortunately. But instead, maybe he can do a withstand, or he can chop up this corpse. We're going to have to chop up that corpse at some point. Withstand mostly heals stress, but it also gives us better protection. I think we just go for the corpse kill. Unfortunately. Might have been a tactical oversight with the way that we chose to handle this. Shank hopefully doesn't stack bleed. Well, he missed anyway, even though our dodge chance is like straight up 0, so that's pretty awesome for us, I guess. The corpse is gone. Hopefully we can take these guys out before they can get up to anything too fancy. You have a lot of protection. Sure, let's try to kill the Arbalist, because I think he's more likely to die on this turn. So we inflicted bleed. He's got 10 HP left. We critted him for a little stress relief, but there was an opportunity cost to that because we forewent our healing. Just go for the straight chop. Oh, that would have been nice to hit. What's your stun resist? 45? I think we try for the Hail Mary here, which is to say, we throw out the stun. Lucky us. So that's going to come off, but it buys us an extra turn of healing. So we'll heal Nick, maybe, for 5. That's not super significant, and that's why the Arbalist is not going to be my go-to healer long-term. Throw in a bleed, hopefully. Yeah, 2 points. It's not a ton, but it's something. And then the chop should be able to put him in lethal range. Oh my god, Quill! You're killing me here! Because of you, Dan takes 9 damage here and gets afflicted with bleed. That's horrible, man. Well, you know, we get to go, like, last. Or we get to go mostly first, is what I mean to say. Even though I said the opposite. So why don't we throw out a battle heal here? Because I know we get extra turns. And then as soon as I said I know we get extra turns, his speed is apparently caught up with us. But we got super lucky to dodge there. That could have gone terribly wrong. Let's throw out an Emboldening Vapors. Again, we have time here, so I don't mind this. Maybe go for the Intimidate. He's going to die on his next turn anyway, so we don't need to stun. And then Dan actually can't heal himself. Okay, good to know. We'll have him heal Arumba instead. And then Arumba can not heal Dan. This guy's going to die anyway, so we might as well heal. You can heal Nick instead for 4. So we got a weird little, you know, ring around the rosy of healing going on here. Again, you might as well heal you. You might as well get stress relief. This is like, in a way, it's kind of ideal at least. And then Nick can just throw in Emboldening Vapors. You know, anything that we can do to just buff ourselves, because this unit's going to die on his turn anyway. It's kind of a nice finish here. But we did have some issues there, I'll admit. So I think actually, even though our skills only work if we're in position 1, or the equipment only works if we're in position 1, we're going to move Arumba back so that he can be a healer for Dan in situations like that. Sacrificial Stone. Sinful behavior is vanquished. Night blindness is removed. That's not that good, but it certainly could be worse. Alright. A Curio. Don't touch it. It's a moonshine barrel.
As the light
No
gains
problems.
purchase,
Holding my breath a little bit because Dan's HP is pretty low. But now that we actually have a healer in range, I think it's going to be good. Although it's not the greatest heal in the world. We're going to ignore some curios for now. We don't have any scouting, so let's just push ahead a little bit here.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Hunger, eats, yeah, don't mind. Guilt-free eating, a little bit of HP gain. That's the reason you stack up a little extra food anyway. So we're going to end up skipping that room kind of in the middle there, because there's extra combat there, and with Explore 90% of rooms, usually you can skip a room or two. There's a trap. 80, 90, 80, 80. All right, Nick. Well done. Little stress relief. Nothing wrong with this. Okay. We know there's no combat in this room, right? No need to use a torch unnecessarily then. We got more scouting. Alright, this room is going to have combat, but it also has treasure. And we have keys, so it's not that bad. Don't touch the moonshine barrel. Good, 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 good. Okay, the trap. Nick, this is your job. You're the greatest. Stress is just falling by the wayside, man. Now we have combat. And that was we got a lot of objectives accomplished there in a short period of time. No surprises here, though. Maybe instead of going for the big guy, we try to knock out the units at the back instead. But which one inflicts bleed? Like, isn't it his whip that inflicts bleed on everybody? Tell you what, let's stun 45. Let's go for the plague grenades. If they hit, it's gonna hurt them so badly. Oh, dude, the double blight is so huge there. So these guys are already on basically a fatal turn timer.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Stress is annoying, but it's not that bad. I think we just try to sniper shoot this one. Maybe this one. That's a good question. Let's go for the one that we could what is he? 5 damage per round, so he's got to be hit for 1. But if we want him to not attack next turn, if we shoot this guy, he's definitely dead. If we shoot this guy, there's no way he dies this turn. So that seems sensible. So this guy is now, he's dead, but it'll take a turn to manifest. Now you, tell you what, let's just keep intimidating you. It does a little damage, and we can stack up some debuffs here. Hopefully you miss. That bleed is going to be real nasty. So you pretty much have to... You can't even... Remind me again how you can't heal Dan? Stun is a 70. Oh, I guess I'm just smacking you. Yo, this is a bad mission for Dan.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
This is bad. Oh, dude, the double bleed? I'm kind of thinking that maybe after we finish this room, we just bolt. What are you at 7? So I need to hit you for 1. But I can't hit you with that. I can hit you with Dan. But he might be dead, so I'm not sure if that's the right idea. Let's try to bleed this guy. The crit's nice, too. Okay, go for the KO. That should get him. Actually, he'll be 1 away, maybe. Somehow Dan is still alive. I I can't believe he can't heal himself with this. Ah! I think if you just bolus his... Actually, no. What's this guy? He's at 3 HP and he's bleeding for 2. You gotta hit him. Can you just snipe him? Yeah. This guy is also gonna have another chance, but...
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
I don't want Dan to have another turn to attack, as ridiculous as that sounds. Please, Nick. Oh, Nick gets to go! Oh, what does he hit them with, though? I don't understand. Dan, there's no way we kill this guy. Yeah, that's exactly what I was waiting for, is for that to happen. I was like, Dan has to be alive to kill this guy, so... And he's not even gonna kill him. Well, if he lives, maybe we're okay. Might as well heal stress on Quill. Sweet, you did it.
Gently.
Dan, he can't really eat enough food to not die. I think we actually have... Oh, dude. Oh, no, sorry. I was like, we had anti-venom that whole time. Yes, we did, but we're worried about bleeding. And we actually can now bring him back from the brink of destruction. So that worked. He's alive. Little stressed. I think that's fair to say. Now that we know kind of what we're doing, I think we should camp. And learn our lesson. So let's eat as much as you can.
Gathered close.
Dan needs to be healed. That's like the only thing that matters right now.
Companionship.
One companion heal 50% and give them a buff for more heals received in the future. That's good stuff. Prevents nighttime ambush might be a good thing. Like, we don't need stress reduction. We could reduce Dan's stress a little bit. But it's not necessary. 8. So yeah, I think we'll do Zealous Vigil. Basically, I'm spending a lot just to reduce our just to make it so there's 0 chance of a nighttime ambush. Self only. Heal 15%, yeah. Okay. So that's how we're gonna spend the day here. And I guess the only one who can actually do stress relief. We can't get any advantage out of it, that's fine. I think that this was the right decision. I think camping early was the right decision here. Dan's still a little bit stressed out. Now we can put our Crusader back at the front because we know we can't heal him anyway. How is this? Battle heal can only target the units next to you? Is that... I have no idea. Or maybe he can't receive a heal because of this, like... You know, honestly, it beats me. I have no idea. But we're going to try to explore 90% of rooms with as little combat as possible. And I think there's a decent chance we get out of this just fine. But next time, we should be aware that there's a whole Christ load of bleed down here. That was very dumb of me. Because I think we saw that trap on the map. So we know we're going to have combat here. Torch is lit well enough to surprise them. It's just 2 spiders. They're surprised. This should be fairly simple. Basically just go for the remix to incision, hot and fresh out the kitchen. If he bleeds, he's dead. He's dead. Okay. That's not a surprise, because apparently your accuracy is horrible. Dan gets a little stress relief, maybe. And throw out a small heal on Nick. There you go. What a strange, like, ramshackle operation we've got going here between our Arbalist and our Crusader. You know, Arbalist from the start of this is what I meant to say. Running the game, James West, taming the West, so remember the name. Nick's already done with the bleed. I mean, it's a blessing in disguise because his HP is fine. Now we have the bandages that we can use to prevent a full bleed, or at least stop a full bleed. After it hits us once. Heirlooms are out of control. I mean, you expect that the game's going to get harder once you get down into this, the later games, so... Or even the mid-game, which is probably where we are right now. So I'm not too salty about it, but... We have been eating the dice rolls a little bit more than usual. We have food! We don't have much anymore, but we do have some. Remember, explore 90% of rooms, so... Had to come to this terminal, more or less. We still have 6 torches, which is enough. HP's good. How many more rooms do we have? Only 3. If we go to those other 3 rooms, we're totally fine. And then we won't have eaten complete shit on this mission, and I'll be relatively happy with the way things went down. Oh, there's a trap now. This is, you know what? I'm gonna have Dan try for stress relief.
Mind that such missteps are the exception, and not the rule.
I mean, look, I know people are gonna be like, why didn't you go for the guy who had the... Why didn't you go for the guy that had the highest percentage chance? There was a 10% difference. I thought maybe we could leverage that to beat the system a little bit. Clearly that was a mistake. And then we had to freaking eat even though we didn't have enough food, so everybody's pissed off now. Watch, this shit's gonna have like 2 food in it. It actually, that would have been very useful if it did. Instead it didn't. No, oh, that's combat. That's annoying combat. This guy at the front, crazy dodge. Well, some dodge. No protection though. So we should probably try to knock him out as soon as possible. Let's give him some afflictions. He's not gonna get blighted. What about the dude at the back? He's pretty unlikely to get blighted too. I guess you just go for damage. The fact that he got bled is positive. 71% on this. That's good. Trying to get this guy taken out as soon as possible. We can pray. Oh, that's lucky for us. I know that they're going to move around their positions. But I still think that it's the right decision to just try to weaken this guy as much as possible. And that unit is now actually dead, so their positions are now irrelevant. 11 damage is no joke. And Quill gets pushed to the back, which is horrible. And he's stunned, which is even worse. Your stun resist is 95, so I'm just going to be chopping you up, man. As much as I can, at least. Nick can still bleed at the front. The bleed is fairly likely to work. It did. I appreciate that. We're just going to make sure we're using a sniper shot. That crit is also very useful. Trot retreat. Well, you missed, and then this unit's going to die anyway, so... You know, no skin off my scrote. I think you might as... Oh, Dan's up here now! You can heal Dan. What else you can... I mean, it's either that or throw out a stun, so yeah, sure. Heal Dan, because he's the only unit... Well, he's the only other unit with a heal, and he can't heal himself.
Their cursed champion falls.
Sweet. I'm just going to leave Quill at the back, rather than spend a turn. I almost said waste, but I don't mean waste. But rather than spend a turn, trying to move him into a different position. Crunching backhand. 9 damage is no joke. He resisted the stun, though. Quill will move forward now, because he has no other option. And I think Dan will throw out a heal on Nick. 7 heal is a really good roll there. And we'll go for the most damage possible, which is a miss here. There we go. Quill's back in a usable position. Nick is pretty much single-handedly killing this dude. 21, and he's got 6 points of bleed. So we need to hit for 15. That's not going to happen unless we crit. But I think we go for the hit either way. We could have gone for a heal instead and hoped that we did 15, but that's pretty unlikely. Now we only have to hit. If we hit for like 5, he's dead. My math was off. My math was off. Nick gets hit, stunned. That's okay. We'll go for heals early because we know this guy's going to bleed out anyway. So, you know, give yourself some extra protection and stress resist. Or stress reduction. Nick's off stun. Ah, come on!
Victory.
You couldn't have given us one more heal?
That's the turning point.
Alright, I think we move into this room. Then we're going to have Nick eat 2 food. We're going to see if they're going to make us even do one more room. Don't touch that fucking knife rack. No, not Nick! Why Nick?
Traps lie in wait.
This might finish the mission anyway, though.
For blood.
Oh, but we have combat. That was a little bit of a surprise, actually. Alright, Nick goes first. Poison these dudes at the back. You got him. Beautiful. That's meaningful. You mostly do stress damage. That's... I can live with that. Dan's getting pretty close to the limit here, but... Sweet. That's helpful. We should... Any chance we get a kill? Does up to 13 damage. Yeah, okay. Because of the blight, that will kill this unit before it gets a chance to attack again. Bleed? Yes. It's a significant bleed. Okay, Nick has to get healed. 5 is not amazing, but it is something. Are both of these units dead? No. No, they're not. You could throw out a heal, but I think instead you smite this dog. Because this unit is going to die anyway when it gets bled, so... Or blighted. Yeah, there it goes. Now you are kind of a piece of shit. What's your blight resist? 80! So, we take the guaranteed damage with a little bit of bleed chance instead. Honestly, I think you go for the heal on Nick again. That's a really good crit. That's the best crit we've seen in quite some time. Now you... I don't know, this is a tough one. We can intimidate and debuff you, which I think is actually fairly worthwhile. Even though he resisted the debuff, at least we had a chance to get something out of it. Crunching backhand missed, which is great, because we're not going to get moved. Your stun resist is 95, so we just go for the raw damage. And we miss, but that's okay. Now we're not really in need to get heals out there. Instead, we can just stack up... Ooh, that's good. As much bleed as possible. He's bleeding for 4 right now, so we need to do 39 damage. Now we need to do 28 damage. Now we need to do 16 damage, which is actually within the realm of possibility for our Crusader. Now we don't need to do 16 damage, we only need to do 12, because the bleed just came through. So, you could hit for 12, it is possible. Hilarious. Well, at least we know any attack that hits him will kill him, so... Sorted. Actually in a much better position than we were when we started this. And we finished this. But I think we'll continue adventuring. We only have one more room. Does it even have combat? It doesn't even have combat, so let's just go look. Maybe the curio is valuable. Pile of bones. What if you shovel it? Nothing. What if you put medicinal herbs on it? Nothing. Okay, let's just have Quill look at it then. It's loot. Sweet, we can actually hold it all too. Crack both torches, so we got lower stress damage. Pretend this is an Isaac daily, so our exploration bonus just got off the chain, and now we're done. I wouldn't say it went fantastically, but it's nice to know that we can at least make that work, and we got a good grave robber trinket. And what is everyone looking like here? We got level 4s across the board, basically. Flawed release is really bad. Lurker is not necessarily good. Hysterical blindness is not great, but if we can keep his stress under 70, that's okay. Hard noggin, 15% stun resist, that's not bad. Back in the hamlet.
All my life I could feel
my stress is okay. Kate doesn't have rabies. Cornelius has come back.
For discovery that could be neither numbed.
Do we have an A-team? Bear, me, Nick, and then Kate. So if we can get Kate and Bear some stress relief. Dude! Dude, get out of the cloister, man! Well, we could take a Roomba instead. Yeah, we actually could. So basically we need Kate to get, like, some incredible stress relief. And then every unit that went on that last mission should probably join her. What's Dan's foible? Will not pray or flagellate for stress relief. So we gotta send him into, like, the brothel or something. Who else was on that mission? Nick is a little stressed out. But he's... Who are we gonna roll with this time? If Kate's getting stressed, we're not gonna roll me, Quill, Nick, or Roomba right now, are we? Me, Quill, a Roomba, and who's our third spot? Nick's not here. Yeah, oh wait, Nick is here. A Roomba, Quill, great or good? It's like an all-religious team, I guess. What's Quill's problem? Minus 20 accuracy if stress is above 70. His existing stress is 0. Yeah, okay. I think we can probably do this. We could probably try at least, but I'm worried that it's going to backfire hideously. But at least we'll have a dedicated healer. So, definitely, let's get everybody upgraded as much as possible. Which is not going to be that much. Because we do want some money. I guess at this point, we'll probably sell some trinkets back too. Let's look at some trinkets that I never use. We'll sort by rarity. And then just scroll to the bottom. Better stuns, lower dodge. Oh, that incorrect assessment. Get rid of the stun stones. Better HP, lower speed. Pretty weak. Better dodge, lower speed. That could be okay. We never use the debuff stone. We may one day use the bleed stone. We're never going to get the bleed charm. That's a good one. I think that's probably not worth it now, but maybe we keep it. We've already made like a decent amount of money back there. Anything that's like class specific, it's hard to justify the sell. We never use damage stone anymore, for better or for worse. We're at 9,000 now. And at 9,000, what I'm looking for is, you know, take your units up here. Make sure they've gotten all of the abilities they actually use leveled up. Like Quill can get a little bit of a bonus here. And then Arumba, I think, has like a lot of room to grow. And we might as well, if we're going to be using him even as like a mild healer, try that. Okay, so we'll probably try that with like our A to B team, mostly B team here on the next mission. Kill one of those level 3 bosses. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.